So you have to wonder, am I shocked and appalled by the Cobb McVanth that Hot Toys unveiled? How about the Wolver McReen? I mean, should I be shocked and appalled at this figure? We're going to dive into that within this episode for sure. Also, what about certain market gaps? Are we missing prominent Star Wars figures, for instance, like the Prisoner Leia from Return of the Jedi, like the Bespin Han from The Empire Strikes Back, like the Queen Amidala from The Phantom Menace, and Emperor Palpatine from Revenge of the Sith? One thing's for sure, I've got this awesome special coffee brew. Let us drink it to see if we acquire some Hot Toys wizard-like powers. And are more Hot Toys giveaways coming from the Hot Jedi? The Hot Jedi! Not the Hot Toys wizard. The Hot Jedi. I'm not even going to edit this. Let's go ahead and dive into all this right now. Alright, and welcome everyone to another episode of the Market Value Chart Show, right here at 6 Scale Cantina. And just in case you don't know just who I am the Hot Wizard. Actually, I am the Hot Toys Wizard, standing in for the Dark Jedi Aries Tarrington, who serves up all the 6 scale action figure talk. So please go ahead and smash that like button for the Dark Jedi. He so does very much appreciate your support. And hey, while you're at it, please also go ahead and subscribe to Aries' channel. He appreciates your support. I appreciate your support. We all appreciate all of our supports. Gosh, how was your Thanksgiving, baby? Did you eat at home? Did you eat at someone else's home? Did you go to McDonald's? Were you loving it? Did you drink any wizard juice or off-world Jawa egg juice? I trust you drank responsibly. And I trust you're still thirsty, my friends. All right, we got a whole lot to get into. Yes, we gave away a lot of giveaways already. Gosh, congratulations to Bob Darcy. All November, gosh, I gave away 3 Hot Toys. Congratulations to Bob Darcy, who was the winner of my Han Solo, Deluxe Han Solo from the Solo movie. Congratulations to Defio Dome, who was able to win my Moff Gideon. Congratulations to Mama Luigi, who also won my Stormtrooper Commander. Holy McSmokes. Is it possible I'm going to give away a couple of more giveaways? And I say yes. Stay tuned for details on that. I'm going to be giving away and saving them for the annual Christmas Eve morning with Aries show for the 3rd consecutive year. I know you're looking forward to that. there will certainly be possibly another Christmas Eve morning interruption from TK FOMO. We'll have to see if that's going to happen. If you didn't see already the interruption from Darth FOMO on the last Raw, you'll certainly be seeing that coming up next Monday. And maybe we'll get an interruption from Darth FOMO as well. Maybe from the Hot Toys Wizard. Maybe we'll hear from the Space Pimp on Christmas Eve morning special. Make sure you gear up for that, my friends. It's coming. I will be giving away more. Gosh, how much can the Dark Jedi give away? But we will be giving it away on the Christmas Eve morning special with Aries. More information coming soon. All right, look, I've been very just tied up, and so I've seen some forum posts, and of course, it's making me chuckle on some of these comments. I think I saw some comments with this where he looks like I don't know, Matt Damon. He looks like Gerald Ford. He looks like I don't know who does he look like. He looks like Brad Pitt, or he looks like Brock Lesnar, or maybe he looks like the Dark Jedi. Okay, I'm actually really just looking at this now, so let's get realistic, and really look at this here. Okay, it looks interesting. Looking at some of these pictures, let's just blow it up a little bit, see if I can get a little bit more detailed on that head sculpt. Looks a little bit different from what I remembered with the prototype. Doesn't look the same. However, thanks to all the wonderful, colorful metaphors left by so many people who collect these things on Hot Toys Instagram and Facebook page, I disagree. This does not look like Brad Pitt. This doesn't look like Gerald Ford. This doesn't look like Michael Jackson. This doesn't look like Brock Lesnar. This doesn't look like Matt Damon. It looks like Hugh Jackman. I mean, let's be reasonable here. More importantly, it looks like Wolverine. I mean, if you can't tell this is Wolverine, there may be some other issues. But this Wolverine, as far as with these pictures, do I think it's the... First of all, I don't like these backgrounds. I mean, who took these photos? I want to see MRC Collection Ventures video and review on this, which I don't know if it's out yet. Shout out to Reagan, who is awesome. Boy, that base looks great. I'm 100% getting this figure. This is an awesome Wolverine, and I would venture to guess, if I was a betting wizard, that this is going to look so much better in hand for sure. I'm not discouraged by this at all. I'll be honest with you. There was so many uproars last year or the year before, whatever it's been now at this time. Gosh, these figures are still in stock. Do you guys remember with Lando? And remember with the Rey? Oh my goodness, I couldn't even look at the internet. Honestly, I think this is quite good. This photo is okay. Yeah, I mean, it is the best Wolverine that they ever put out. Is it perfect? It doesn't look like that with these photos. It's not doing it as much justice. Like this looks off. But still, you could tell it's Wolverine and Hugh Jackman. But I'm venturing to guess and this is way different. I want to say it's the photographer. This looks pretty good. I've been saying this all along, and I believe for now, with how much visibility, I think this looks quite good, actually, from this angle. With the visibility that Hot Toys has within the collecting community now, I would venture to guess and say it would behoove them to really zero in on their marketing, and especially their promotional photos, especially when they're releasing a product, even more so than with the prototypes, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, I think, for instance, food companies are very, very cautious. Fast food restaurants, for instance, that advertise, very, very careful on their promotional material to get you hungry, looking at that, digital message or digital commercial or television commercial for sure. And, while I feel like Hot Toys is way better at it, sometimes, like, I don't, that's off, that's on. I love this figure, though. I could tell when I get it in hand, I'm absolutely going to fall in love with it. So, again, let's see what MRC Collection Ventures and some other videos put out, which is what I'm going to be looking for. I think that's actually quite nice, that one right there. Let me know what you think about this. You're watching the Market Show. Go ahead and click the like button. I actually think that one's uncannily nice. And we're going to get into some market news and what's going on over here. Let's actually talk about one that's equally, if not more, criticized, it seems like. And I didn't watch anybody's videos. I didn't watch any of my friends' videos. I just peeked on some of the forums and got this. So let's talk about Thin Boba Fett. And, well, if you're a Boba Fett fan, we thought this was Boba Fett for a minute. And it's his armor. Gosh. Again, he doesn't look like Richard Nixon. It doesn't look like Simon Cowell. It doesn't look like Tommy Lee Jones. This doesn't look like Billy Bob Thornton at all. I love all the Saturday Night Live attempts at some of these comments, but they're honestly so far off. It's not even funny. Is this off? Doesn't look as good as a prototype from what I'm seeing here. But I'll be honest with you. Like, I'm looking at this picture. This is not good. I mean, usually when you're putting out promotional pictures, it looks like the background is real, and that you can go ahead and take this right from a film and no one would be able to tell the difference. I can personally tell that Tusken Raider and that Mando and that Cobb Vanth are figures just superimposed on a generic background, and it doesn't look real. But it's not just Oliphant, it's the Tusken Raider. And it's not just Oliphant and the Tusken Raider, it's the Mandalorian, which was like figure of the year for some people. So I really think it's the photography here, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, if you want my honest opinion, sorry, you're not going to get from the Dark Jedi, that this looks like, General George Washington or something like that, or it's just, it's not really amusing to me, although some of it is. This looks like a very thin and disproportionate Boba Fett. If you didn't watch The Mandalorian, that's what you would think, but it's right on. And gosh, that's nice. That is really, really nice. And shout out to OG Fan when Star Wars was just Star Wars, because must have all Boba Fetts, including Timothy Oliphant Boba Fett. That looks sharp. I'm going to display it just like that. And that looks like Cobb Vanth. And I venture to say again, if I were to watch MRC Collection Ventures video or some other videos, I will almost put it in writing as a guarantee. In person, this is going to be way better than these. This is not good photography. I mean, the Tusken Raider looks awful too, and so does that Mando. It just does, and that's awful. I mean, that's almost like what is that, like an 80s dance at high school? I don't like it. That's awful. What's that? That doesn't even look good, and we've already seen this armor, so they didn't change it. It just doesn't look good. This photograph, I mean, that doesn't look good. I really think that's what it is, ladies and gentlemen. I wouldn't fret on a lot of this, to be completely honest with you. But I'm so getting this figure. This figure is a must-have in my collection. And I'm sure Hot Toys is getting a lot of bashing with this. I'm going to tell you right now, Howard, good job on everything. You're doing an amazing job. Amazing job in this economy. Amazing job keeping prices where they are, unlike so many other things right now. I think this figure looks great. And I don't think that these photos show it to be as good at all as the prototypes, but I want to see the videos because I remember the same complaints with the Rey, for instance, the Kylo Ren, for instance, the Lando, for instance. And once those videos came out, that looks super sweet. It was all good. And, yeah, not as good as the prototype. Certain angles look good, but this figure is Timothy Oliphant, ladies and gentlemen. And anyone walking into a room, in my view, would certainly, absolutely know that for sure. All right, pause. We're going to get into some crazy market news. You're watching the Market Chart Show. Time to whip open the Wizard juice, baby. Let's have some right here. Cheers. Happy holidays. Same color as Grogu. I wonder if that means something we're going to talk about today. All right. Filling in with some market gaps over here. Let's take a look at some very interesting developments within the secondary market for sure. And pulling this up onto the screen. And you can see right here. Here's a... I don't know how this is not on waitlist yet. I really, really don't. Clone Wars Ahsoka Tano, TMS 021, outstanding seller with 56 feedback. All 100% positive. $172.51 with 9 bids, but that's it. How much does this go for? Well under. Well under. Well McUnder. The retail price. This is also available at many places currently in stock. This is the cause and effect of figures that have been available for a while and that are in stock, and for figures that haven't been available for a while but are also still in stock as well. And case in point, when you bring up this here, this Scarlet Witch from WandaVision, which hasn't been out that long. It's been out earlier this year, a little earlier this year, from an outstanding seller, Hawk Wars Toys. His name is Ray, and I deal with him and get some figures from him. Totally recommend him. And now he has 1,848 feedback, all 100% positive, $187.50. Not just the Clone Wars Ahsoka, which has been out far, 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 far longer than this Elizabeth Olsen figure, but still $187.50. What a deal. And what a steal. And then when you look at some other figures that are not in stock at a lot of places, I'm pulling up the same seller here, Hawk Wars Toys. You could see $300 for this Electro figure. So just what is this? I got to go look it up, but I believe it's a little bit older over, right? Like maybe by $10 or right at the retail price. Now, why is this? Why is this not going for so much lower as the aforementioned other figures are? Because at many places, including Sideshow, this is and has been on waitlist. And when it was officially released, it was already and was on waitlist. Again, cause and effect. When there is low supply, there is high demand. And especially with this super volatile global economy, This economy sucks. It's very, very bad. And while some things are stabilizing and modernizing, it still went up so high, and people's incomes have not rose to that high that it went up to yet. But even though it's come down to a more steady rate, at least here in the States, around 3% something, people's incomes are not catching up, let alone even going up anywhere near 3%. General inflation a year. And again, over 5%. Okay, in areas such as Russia. Okay, forget about the United States and America here. In areas such as Europe. It's difficult right now. And you're seeing with a lot of these figures, like I could tell you right now, this Electro was low. Low production. And even with it being low production and on wait list for forever and a day, and it's slightly at and slightly above retail, plus you got to pay the $26.10 in shipping, plus taxes. So you're going to pay what, $3.40, something like that for this? Okay, that's not exactly Grail territory, but it is way above where the other ones are. And honestly, I think with this one being a Jamie Foxx and being Electro and being an absolutely outstanding figure, definitely a future Grail. For sure. Let's continue to look at, some other ones over here as well. And even for some figures, like this figure over here, here's a, bringing this up onto the screen. And let's actually go to pulling up Toys for Adults here because this sold. Look right here for this Book of Boba Fett that was on wait list also for a long time. And again, the demand is there to sell right at retail, and then with shipping, $300, and then not including taxes, and a U.S. seller, and that's also very, very telling with an outstanding seller with 1,565 feedback. And I am starting to see this Boba Fett sell for $300, not including shipping. Sometimes around $325 now, not including shipping. So this one was a little bit of a steal here. Again, what's the difference between this particular figure and when you look at a figure like this, which, so much under the retail price and just $288.99 for this particular actually, no, I didn't even, hold on, I'm at the wrong listing. I got to go to this here. This is what I wanted to show you. Okay. Don't get too excited. 288, 210 from an outstanding seller with 405 feedback. All 100% positive. Are you kidding me? This is super. And this is Iron Man, dudes. Iron Man, dudettes. $210. Gosh. Wow. What's the difference? Still available in stock. Been available in stock. I've gone over this so many times and given you an update. I'm not seeing much changing here at all with what's going on. Let's bring up for a movie that just came out with Captain Marvel, The Marvels, which in my view was a great movie. Happy I was able to see that. But even with the popularity, which I know some are going to argue not very popular, not doing well, a bomb, all that kind of stuff, still a movie that's out. And still only $148 for this in the secondary market. Again, available in stock, outstanding seller, just 47 feedback, but all 100% positive. At 11 bids. not including the $20 in shipping. So not bad for this figure. I mean, wow, it's only $100 under retail. That's amazing. I would say it's doing good. Only $100 under retail. I guess, well, less than that because I'm including the shipping, which I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, as I've been saying, and as I've been trying to relay to many of you viewers here of Six Scale Cantina. And by the way, did you smash the like button yet? If not, go ahead and do it. As I've been trying to tell you, as aforementioned, it's a volatile global economy, and there's only so much expendable income anymore for people to buy on figures. There was a lot more before the market crashed, before the economy crashed, and adjustments had to be made there. Furthermore, an even deeper dive into that, of people that weren't even into collecting yet, and there was a certain amount that kept coming into hobbies such as this, diving in like droves, had to take a step back because they're also affected by what's going on with the global economy and inflation and their pay not increasing at the same rate as well. Bada boom, bada bing, cause and effect. For every action, there's an equal and opposing reaction. Remember, the Hot Toys Wizard said that, disguised as Sir Isaac Newton. Anyway, not to digress. Look, baby, it's you gotta put all that in together. It's gonna take time for more and more people to really be able to dive into this hobby. Not because they don't want to. Not because Timothy Oliphant's head sculpt for to some people, I guess, sucked. I don't think it does. You know, not because of any kind of other thing. It's because there's just no money. They'd love to do this. You know, it's even when I tell some people about this hobby and they see it, you know, they come and they like, wow, that's so amazing. I want to get one. How much are they? And I tell them the price. They're like, okay, I don't got money for that. Forget about not understanding what we do and understanding that adults collect toys and all that kind of jazz. They could even understand the money. So that's real important to understand as well. I think certainly there will be a time where more and more start coming back in droves, and then figures like this will be able to be much more sought after, sell for more prices because there's more people that want it, and then you know, things will change. But right now, my friends, the reason why some of these figures, once they go on waitlist, and some of them are fetching just high money. As I bring a couple of these up onto the screen right now, and let's bring up the very first Artisan figure, for instance. This outstanding, beautiful Wonder Woman. You could see that I have this in the background. You could see it right there. If you could follow my finger, when I blow it up later, you could see it right there. But I have her, and there she is here, on the screen as well. And when you go ahead and take a look at this figure, $620 from a U.S. seller. Not even a ton of feedback, but 87, but all 100% positive, and not including the $50.80 in shipping, and that means not including taxes. That puts us well over $700. Look, only $1,500 of this particular figure, and with this, it is acting just like you would see a Grail react as well. Absolutely and utterly unavailable. A Grail such as this, and pulling this up onto the screen again, or actually first pulling this up onto the screen here for the show, pulling the seller up on the screen again. Here's Hawk Wars Toys with a best offer on 500 at 25. So let's go ahead and say even just 475. But this is for a DX06 Jack Sparrow new. And you've got a DX06 Classic with actually one of the very best head sculpts in history of 6-scale collecting, not even getting as highly sought after as that Wonder Woman, which is absolutely unbelievable. And even more, with that Wonder Woman, I'm going to pull up a damaged Gal Gadot. This is the, like I said, the wool-rooted hair, an Artisan. They're calling it Warner Brothers 100 version, but make no mistake about it. This is a DX Artisan, your first one, if you will. And this had damage, joints broken, other things wrong, something else wrong, and it's still got $450 McDollars. Not including 25 in shipping, 475, not including taxes, over $500 for damage. And more than your Jack Sparrow. This is by first the worst price I've ever heard of. Cheers. You're watching the Market Chart Show. Break for some Wizard Juice. Happy holidays to you. Delicious. You know you love this show. Smash the like button. You wait for it all week, some of you, and I wait to do it all week. When I have time to do it. Yeah, I mean, and when they're waitlisted, they just do so well. Now, there's some obvious market gaps, and we're gonna take a look, a very deep look into Star Wars. What are some gaps in the market that, if filled, could create buzz and hype? Not only for these figures when they come out, these figures here, but for the figures that are their counterparts within the secondary market. And I think it would cause an extreme and whole lot of hype for so many of these figures, for sure. And let's go over and let's take a look at some of these right now. And let's pull this up onto the screen as we go ahead and take a look. And I'm going to pull this up right now. And this is and I love this picture because this is going to be something similar that we're going to see very, very soon. This is a Bespin Han Solo, and blowing that up a little bit more. Possibly, in my view, an Artisan type that you're going to be seeing coming up here from Hot Toys, if very possibly by the end of the year, certainly in next year, but I'm holding hope. And you have to wonder, if they came out with a Bespin Han, forget about Return of the Jedi, if they just came out with a Bespin Han, this type of figure up here, does that fill a market gap? And what do I mean by that? It does several things if they come out with this figure. Number one, it would, in my view, generate more interest in figures such as this Lando Calrissian, which, for instance, is still in stock in some places, including Sideshow, which you're seeing up here on the screen. But how many people would love to partner up a Bespin Han with a Bespin Lando? And even furthermore, you could take this a step further. is you could team this bad boy up, this Lando Calrissian up, with the Bespin Leia, which I feel like she's so lonely right now. But if you gave her to go along with Lando, this Bespin Han, is it Mick possible that those two figures would increase exponentially in interest and value and demand within the secondary market? And I say, yes. Oh gosh. And if you want to take it even a mixed step further, I actually believe this Luke would also, because it's also from The Empire Strikes Back, even get more interest from this right there, for sure. And when you talk about, and honestly, everything with Star Wars would just go insane, whether it's Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, or even Attack of the Clones, or Mandalorian, or anything. You get a Han Solo, that Bespin Han like that up there, holy McSmoke, it's going to generate a lot of interest for Star Wars. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, when that Bespin Luke was released and was put up for pre-order, gosh, when was that? April 13th of 2022? April 16th, or I think it was April 16th of 2022. Number one. For like 8 freaking weeks. It was like 2 months. Number one. And I think the Multiverse of Madness was up there. I think there were a couple of shows. We're coming off another movie. My goodness. But a film from 1980, and a figure from there, and one that quite frankly was previously released with a DX07 Bespin Luke, stole the show. And you have to ask yourself, would this Han Solo, would the Han Solo also steal the show right now and boost Star Wars up crazily? Yes. It sure would. And look, I'm going to bring up Revenge of the Sith. Let's get into some prequels. I'm just going to be honest with you. This was the climax of the prequels. Hear me carefully. This was your climax. This was your before the climax. This was what we were waiting for, watching through the Phantom Menace, watching through Attack of the Clones to get to this. And we don't got Palpatine. We don't got Palps here. We don't got Palps. And we don't got Palps. Are you kidding me? One of the most epic villainous performances in cinematic history with Revenge of the Sith, what Ian McDiarmid did here, this crazy turn of Darth Vader. And we don't got Vader? And what is that going to do for other figures that have already been released with Revenge of the Sith, some of them fetching very high prices? Would this gap from this movie actually make even those characters and probably other prequel figures even more sought out after in the secondary market? And I say, yes. Pause. You're watching the Market Chart Show. Wizard Juice. This is getting strong, baby. Happy holidays. Yeah. Of course it would. Cause and effect. Come on, Howard. What's going on? I think Howard's been missing some of my videos where I put some of this stuff on. I think we need the power. The power of the Hot Toys Wizard. Of the Hot Toys Wizard, for sure. There she is. And there he is. What do you think this would do? Honestly, if you just came out with this figure, or you wanted to come out with this as a set, I tell you right now, boy, oh my God. You know, we're coming out with a do-back for $700, and if you could give me, you know, Leia by herself or Leia with, you forget about Quill in the Berg. Would you rather have Quill in the Berg or Leia and Jabba? Come on, answer me in the comments. Would you rather have Quill and the Blurg or this Leia and Jabba? And some of you are going to pick Quill and the Blurg, but a vast majority of my audience anyway is going to pick Leia and Jabba, Howard. So Howard, you have to wonder, are you paying attention? This is what we want. And I'll be honest with you, I'll buy 2 Quills and Blurgs if you just give me one of these, baby. Because that is cause and effect. Come on. This is all you have to do. Besides believe. I know you love this show. Click the like button. Click it. Click it, click it, click it, click it, click it. Did I mention there's going to be more giveaways? I'm going to give away another hot toy. I'm going to give away that Sith pack I still got to give away that I promised. I'm just waiting now for the Christmas Eve special because it's already, what? It's going to be December here this week. And we got to get interruptions recorded from TK FOMO. And now new ones from Darth FOMO. And Christmas Eve special is coming. Don't forget, Christmas Eve morning with Aries. We'll be dashing through the snow with wizard juice on tap. It'll be fun. It'll be interesting. It'll be sensational. For sure. It really, really will. Look at this. I'm putting out a whole drunk on coffee. And yes, I've yet to publish it yet, but it's coming out. If you like what you heard here, and also want to hear about why they're going to be coming out with a dark side Anakin, whether it's from Revenge of the Sith, whether it's from the Obi-Wan series, whether it's from the Ahsoka series, you're not going to want to miss the special Drunk on Coffee for Cantina members. If you want to know why some figures from the crypt, like Baze Malvis and Poe Dameron, are coming, you're not going to want to miss this Hot Toys from the Crypt. You're also not going to want to miss why I'm going to state my case that you are absolutely, I've seen it in the Wizard's crystal ball, going to get a Ra's al Ghul and a Lucius Fox and more from Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy. This is what Hot Toys license is invested in. Just click on the join button. I appreciate everybody's support. I really, really, really do. I'm going to be putting this out and a bunch of other content for the holiday season. And thank you all so much for your support. It means a lot as I catch up here and get some stuff out for you. But I do appreciate your support along the way. Just click on the little join button. See everything that it comes with. If you think you could benefit from it, I do appreciate it. And listen, baby, it is cheaper than a dozen eggs in most places. And certainly cheaper than a gallon of gas in most places. And especially in California where it's like, what, $6? Yeah. All right. Listen, I will be raw 6 Scale Raw is coming this coming Monday. What is it, December 4th? I will be live at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Don't forget to watch me and the whole crew on 6 Scale Raw. That will be there, plus special guests. You're not going to want to miss us this coming Monday. We go from 8:30 to 10:15 p.m. I'm going to be giving more details about the giveaways and what videos you're going to have to comment to do on all that to enter them. You're also going to look for a market chart show coming up this weekend. I will get one out. Another one on top of this. Look out for this Drunk on Coffee if you're a Cantina member. Look out for some other videos coming up as well. I don't always buy coffee out, but when I do, I buy it right here at the 6 Scale Cantina. Stay thirsty, my friends.